Everyone, welcome to Crypto Housewife, and let's talk a bit about UFO gaming. Got some good news. One of the best things about it today is that it's up almost 27%. 27%. So let's just eyeball this. So this is 1 day, past 7 days. Big upswing lately. Yeah, in the past 24 hours. But overall, on the past 7 days, it has been eking its way up, which is good because the market, the crypto market in general, let's say Bitcoin, has been, at least holding and going up, and a lot of not everything, but a lot of cryptos have been sort of following the trend and seeing signs of life. So we're still questioning whether or not we've hit a bottom yet. So this is a day chart for UFO. Let's go on the weekly real quick, and then we're going to get into over here the Fortnightly and talk about where they stand with the game. Okay, but first I just wanted to eyeball this quickly. So our big question is, have we bottomed yet? If not, how low can we go? So of course we could go lower. And personally, I'll see that as a buying opportunity. A lot of the money in crypto is made when people time it right and get in at the bottoms, but most of us will dollar cost average in on the way down because we can't pick the bottom. Nobody really can, but some people seem to be better or just more lucky. So even if it were to go down, it's not time to panic or insult projects, in my opinion. You start insulting too much and putting it out there, typing it, when it will go up, people are going to start researching a project, and when you're going to want it to continue, they're going to find, comments that people made, negative stuff when it was down, when it was actually a buying opportunity in disguise, and it might turn them off from buying into it. Just see that coming, because we're so close now to getting to a bottom that the turnaround is, well, it's coming. I can't say exactly when, but it's on its way. So things will turn around and we will have finally our run up. How much it will go, I don't know. And will it be a straight line? Probably not. So see it. So that's how it goes. Normally a bottom will hit, it'll go sideways and then up. So we're still waiting for it. People took advantage, just as like I said, the weekly chart, and have been buying UFO. They have. The charts don't lie. So they're seeing it as a good thing. What will happen? I don't know, but we're getting close to it. So, okay, enough about that. I was on UFO's Twitter and seeing a bit of updates. And let's see here. So anyway, this is where I found the link to this, and we'll get right into this. I'll put a link to this in the description. You can go over the whole thing yourself. So right now, they put this out June 24th, 2022. Oh, okay, after this, I'll tell you another thing about why it's okay for the price to be down now and how it's a good buying opportunity for some cryptos. Now, this is financial advice. I don't want to tell you to get in or out of anything, but just the more you know, the more you know. Okay, so introduction. So they talk about the global market. You know what's going on. Okay, UFO gaming and development in progress. Let's look at that first. Actually, that's all I'm going to look at. Okay, Okay, we are not just working on the staking app, dApp, but also working on our other products in parallel, such as the debut game Super Galactic, our Dark Metaverse, UFOgees NFTs, NFT Marketplace, IGO Launchpad, and so on, with a team of 40 members. However, staking dApps is our priority to release when it's ready as soon as possible. So our successful deployment of the alpha version of our debut game on desktop and Android was our first release of a working product. And are you one of the alpha testers? The game development is the most complex part, and it's coming along very nicely. Stay tuned for PvP mode coming out shortly. Okay, so here's the big question everybody's wondered about. Why is the staking dApp taking longer than it should? Okay, several reasons for that. As simple as a staking dApp sounds, UFO Gaming staking dApp is very unique with complex functionality, which will reward our holders with plasma points and UFO tokens. So that's a good thing that they're going to be still using UFO tokens within that. So within the rewards. At first, plasma points were the only reward that the community was going to get when they stake UFO or UFO ETH LP. So a new reward function was implemented, so users can now also get UFO token when they stake. So the servers for our Dark Metaverse not being able to withstand large amount of visitors for our dApp's launch party was resolved. So they had problems on launch. When they test run it, they had some problems. So the staking lock function was changed, okay, from 3, 6, 9, 12 months to 52 weeks, which is flexible, which will benefit our holders in the short and long term when they stake. So staking dApp moving from ETH network to Polygon, which will reduce gas costs and solve the problem for breeding UFO on ETH and UAP on Polygon. Okay, so that's pretty important, ETH network to Polygon. All right. Okay, it is important to note that we couldn't have reached this far without the UFO Army, and they appreciate you for all the support. The team is working so hard and will continue to do so regardless of market conditions. So to summarize, code is completed and adjusted for Polygon and its native bridge. Testing completed, no surface problems. Submitted the final code to auditors, paid an extra fee to speed it up, awaiting for a response from them. All right. It takes time, and I'll tell you, if they come out too strong too fast when the market is bottoming, no matter, in my opinion, no matter what a good gaming company, a good gaming project does, it's hard to get people buying in. For some reason, a lot of retail traders will do the opposite. When it's time to buy, they'll be like, I'm not buying, I'm mad, I'm not buying, and it's really low. Whereas the true traders will buy the low. But you need a bunch of traders in to get something to go up. So when it's down, there's negativity, people are squabbling, but it's actually time to buy when it's a bottom. I just can't tell you that it's a bottom yet. I don't feel right saying that it's a bottom and to get in. So see that coming. So no matter how much positive news comes out of UFO gaming or other gaming projects for that matter, at the bottom, if nobody else is getting in, it's a wasted catalyst. It's wasted breaking news, let's say, because it doesn't get the price, doesn't get people in, because the market is pulling against it and the sentiment's low. We need good news to come out on our gaming projects that we're into when we suddenly get a little bit of some turn up, and that's when you come out with, oh, we're ready for staking. Oh, we're ready for this. We're ready for that. And then because people are in a good mood, the market's going up. It won't take much to get more people buying the token. When that happens, the tokens go up in price. So putting out good news down here is a waste of good news, in my opinion. And we see it over and over again. People try to put out good news and it just doesn't work. That's because the trend is your friend, ultimately. The trend is your friend. Let's look at Bitcoin. See, so you can put, even with Bitcoin, the best news about Bitcoin can come out, and as long as it's still downtrending, it's not really going to turn it around. But that same news on an upswing, it could pump up even more. You see what I mean? So I don't sweat it when things are a little bit taking longer than what we think they should. I look at the big picture. The market's down anyway. It's a waste of good news. I see more buying opportunities coming if Bitcoin decides to dump. I hate to say it, but it could happen. But once it's actually done, once we actually hit our bottom, then we'll be into turnaround and do an upswing up. So until then, well, that's all I have for you. None of this financial advice. Do your own research before getting into any project. And yeah, this is, I do have some UFO tokens. If you follow my channel, Crypto Housewife, you guys would know that. And I'm just waiting for more buy-in opportunities as we get closer to the famous bottom, because a little bit of money will go a long way in a project like UFO, where you get like millions of tokens for very little money. So that's why I'm keeping my eye open for that, and we'll see what happens. So again, not financial advice. Do your own research before getting into this or any other project. There are tons of projects, and like I said, good news is wasted news when the trend is trending down. No matter how good the news is, we cannot get this thing, UFO to pump up on its own just because of good news when everything else is going down. Otherwise, it would have by now. Same with the other projects. So we just wait for our bottom and decide if we buy in or not, and then let the good news come out, and then we will see what will happen then. So that's all I got for you folks. Subscribe to my channel. I got a playlist about UFO gaming and none of this financial advice, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.